If you're so smart, why aren't you rich? That blunt question has stopped a lot of how-to-succeed authors in their tracks. Their only refuge is the lame reply, "Do as I say, not as I do." But the author of this album, Elmer Leterman, speaks from experience. When that salesman, lecturer, and author advocates a particular type of approach or close, or a way of life, it isn't based on just theory. It's something he has already put to good use in developing one of the most rewarding careers. And I have chosen that word, rewarding, carefully. That has been allotted to any man. Elmer Leterman enjoys the very substantial new and renewal commissions that come the way of any insurance man who continues year after year to be a high-ranking member of the $1 Million Roundtable. This honorary organization has a basic yearly requirement of $1 million in life insurance sales. But of even greater satisfaction to him is the host of warm friendships he enjoys with kings and commoners in just about every corner of the world. And this group increases from day to day because wherever Elmer goes, he makes firm friends. It's easy to see why. The old maxim that Elmer read in his copybook many years ago, that it is better to give than to receive, put him on the road, even that far back, from which he has never departed. Elmer's whole career also makes it hard to find a better working out of another old copybook maxim. He who gives bountifully of himself, and not for the sake of reward, will not remain a stranger to success. Whether you sell a product or service, tangible or intangible, to consumers, to industry, or to stores for resale, you can apply Elmer's sales principles to your particular business. You will reap the harvest of more commissions and more fun. Time your shots.
Nothing could be more appropriate for the opening of this message, titled, "The Sale Begins When the Customer Says No," than the following figures taken from a recent survey. Here's what they show. Some 45%, almost half of all salesmen, quit cold after a single call on a prospect. Another 20% make 2 calls before quitting. 7% make 3, and 5% make 4 calls. The remaining 20% make 5 calls or more. These are the men who get from 75% to 80% of the business. If you don't recognize that turndowns, refusals, and postponements are part of the business of selling, you don't belong in it. Ex-President Truman made the same kind of remark when someone asked him if he didn't think there were too many personalities bandied about in politics. His reply was, "No. If you can't stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen." Be careful, though, to remember that the statistics quoted above about salesmen's persistence only illustrate a general principle, which is, no salesman is going to be successful unless he has a fighting heart. It's not to be expected that a salesman regard those survey results as a recommendation that he continue to call indiscriminately on all prospects, regardless of whether or not he gets any encouragement. Your time is your capital. You cannot hoard it. It must be invested afresh each day, and you will never have enough of it to go around. So you must allocate it carefully on the basis of its probable return to you. For example, let's say there is a good account in your territory which may use 100 units a week. They also take unauthorized discounts, make unreasonable demands, require excessive servicing. So there's not too much profit in the account. Then here's Company B, which uses 125 units a week and is highly reputable. However, the president's brother, who shows no signs of dying early, now controls all this business, and he's your competitor. Company C uses 50 units, pays full list, and their patronage is clean and profitable. Company D uses only 25 units, but is growing. So the good planner spends enough time making calls on companies A and B to stay in touch with them and wait for a break. But he invests a much larger share of his time in developing the promising and profitable C and D accounts.